Welcome back. Let's talk about the other theme park in Ohio, which I actually prefer over Cedar Point. Here are my top 5 roller coasters at Kings Island. The last spot on any list is often the hardest to fill. I could have chosen many different coasters here, from Banshee to Flight of Fear, or even the Racer, which really surprised me. The Queen City Stunt Coaster isn't fancy or new, and it's a little rough around the edges, but it's a lot of fun. I love a good launch coaster, and this one has two, including a launch that sends you into pure darkness. Nothing about it blows you away, but the theme is really unique. And while it looked pedestrian from the outside, the launches and some of the sharp turns make for a fun ride. I had my doubts about the Beast. In my experience, ancient wooden coasters like this often have a couple of nice elements buried in a really rough ride. The truth is, that's still the case here. It can be very rough, though the retracking has helped. But the sheer insanity this ride delivers cancels out some of that bruise-inducing jerkiness. There were times on the Beast I felt like it was literally out of control and I loved it. And what they say about night rides is absolutely true. If you get the chance, ride this in the dark. Where the Beast feels insanely out of control, my number 3 coaster feels just as intense at times, but is totally smooth. It certainly helps that it has what is probably my favorite type of restraint, the clamshell lap bar. The clamshell helps me enjoy the ride without any pain or discomfort, and that means a lot. But hey, the best restraints in the world don't matter if the ride is crap, and this one is not. It's not doing anything I haven't seen before, but it's like Raging Bull on steroids, which is my favorite ride at Six Flags Great America, and I could ride this again and again. I went into my number 2 ride not knowing what to expect. That can be good or it can be bad. In this case, it was the latter. I have a soft spot for Viper at my home park, so I know a wooden coaster can be great, but I really had no idea what I was in for. Mystic Timbers moves like a skier slaloming downhill at breakneck speeds, and I couldn't imagine any wooden coaster could do that and stay smooth. Mystic Timbers pulls that off, and it's now my favorite wooden roller coaster. For all the comfort and speed of Orion, it just didn't give me as much airtime as I would expect. Well, I got all the airtime I wanted out of Diamondback, especially in the back row. That first drop is amazing, and it's followed by 2 hills with tons of floater airtime. It then mixes in some nice overbanked turns and more pops of airtime throughout. I'd love to experience this without the trims towards the end, but I still enjoyed every minute. The water spray is more fun for spectators and riders, but it's still a great ending to my number 1 ride at Kings Island.